Hi, my beautiful star. How are you? I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night. I'm Ella, and for today's reading, I thought because we had Uranus entering Gemini, I thought we could make a reading about that. So, what's changing in your life? What's cracking open? And where your mind or spirit is being redirected towards. So it's basically about how will this transit influence your life right now. We have three options for you to choose from. So feel free to pause the video if you need so you can reflect on the options. You will find the timestamps in my description box below. And then, once you're ready, let's start because I'm so excited for this reading. And I'm also so happy to connect with you. Like, it's a blessing to be able to do what I love to do. And so I really thank you for you to give me the opportunity to connect with your energy and to pass to you the message that you need to hear right now in this moment, and for me to keep following my passion that is helping people. But yeah, let's not waste more time and let's get into your reading. My group one, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. And so let's start your reading now, shall we? The first thing that I wanted to see for you was the overall theme of this transit, like how it would affect you or what area specifically. And the things that I got here was determination, fertility, and patience. So I do believe that this has a lot to do with your work and how you view your career and how you believe it's the best way to deal with it, to work with it, and even maybe your own job, like the job that you've chosen. But we'll get into that. So the first question that I got here was like, what is waking up in you? And I mean, what's the consciousness, the desire, the truth, the identity beginning to steer? And it's very interesting because we got here the Seven of Pentacles and we got the King of Pentacles. And so with the Seven of Pentacles, it really gives that patience energy that I was literally talking about. I do believe that what is awaking in you is you becoming more patient towards abundance, you understanding that true abundance and long term abundance take some time to get to you, to grow, to fully expand, and then you seeing the results. Like, I do see that you are becoming a bit more open to the idea of not receiving the results just yet, and that is okay. Like, you're just seeing things grow slowly, and you understand that that's part of the process. So you're not worried about anything anymore. You don't fear anything anymore. You're very, like, you've matured in the way that you saw your job, your work, and the process between doing, taking action, like planning, doing, taking action, and receiving the feedback. Like, I believe that you might not be as impatient towards receiving the feedback. It's almost like you've calmed down about it because you understand that things might take a bit more time than what we thought. And the part of you that was so impatient was actually part of your ego, obviously, that wanted something like right now. And there's obviously a reason behind it. There's obviously a kind of fear or wound or doubt behind it. Like, were you doubting your worth? Were you doubting that you made the right choice? Were you doubting your own capabilities, your own abilities, to do something, to make something work? That's maybe what this Uranus in Gemini is bringing to you, making you question a bit more your own beliefs, your belief system, the way that you think about life, and especially regarding your career here. And so the second question that we got here is, what are you outgrowing in your life? A belief or habit or an attachment that you cannot bring with yourself anymore after this transit starts to influence you. I do see here that is your tendency to speed up things or to want things to happen now as fast as they can. I see that you're having a completely different perspective. You judge your life, you judge this, especially this area of your life, in a different way. Like, you need to let go of the need for things to happen right now or very fast. Like, what is going to happen if those things don't appear to you as fast as you wish? Are you going to die? No. Like, there's no disaster coming up if you don't get these things. Because if there was a disaster coming up, you would get those things. You got to understand that that's how the universe works. That's how the universe supports you. So I really see you here changing your perspective towards your career and how things are meant to work, what is right for you, what feels right, instead of listening to the doubts. So that's something really good. Because these things, these kind of beliefs were cutting your wings, literally. It's almost like you could be only and solely focusing on what you want to work on and the fact that you are making it and that you are enjoying the process. And I believe that's what's going to happen to you with this shift in the way of seeing things. You understand that just because you don't see it does not mean that it's not working, or there are things that we humans cannot see with our eyes, but they are working behind curtains, you know? It's in a different realm, but things are moving. There's lots of movement happening. And one day you'll be able to see it with your physical eyes once that transforms or manifests in the physical realm. Now let's see, what's the life area most likely to experience this sudden change or revelation that Uranus is bringing? Obviously, as we've been talking about, it has to do with your work, the way that you work, the way that you see, the way that you view work and career, and how you're meant to do things. And so, what I see here is that it's funny because you will balance perfectly you being focused on working and on the details and really, just doing, but you will also be focusing on being a bit more lazy or allowing yourself to be lazy when you feel like being lazy. Like, you're not seeing laziness as something bad anymore. You're understanding that being productive has to include the two things, has to include the action and the rest. And you also need the rest. You need to relax. You need to spend time just enjoying your life. And you also need times where you will be obviously focusing on what you need to do and doing those things. But it's way more about doing it in a balanced way every single day, like small steps, and including always a time to spend just by yourself doing things that you love to do and just enjoying this relaxed, more kind of state, because you will understand that the formula requires both of these energies, of these behaviors, and so you will integrate both and you will see how productive you become. Because imagine if you're tired, exhausted, you don't allow yourself to relax, how can you give all of you when you need to work? It's about almost like the energy that you need to do the things that you want to do come from you also resting and being a bit more lazy in a good way, in a positive way. And now, what false certainty is being shattered with this transit? I can see here that is the fact that you believe that you had to do everything at once, and you had to carry all of these burdens, all of these tasks. Like, you thought that being productive was doing a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, you know? to the point of getting so exhausted where you have to stop because you cannot bear to do more, you will understand that it's about you choosing, you picking one thing per time, doing one thing at a time. You will understand that doing that is being way more productive because you need to put your full focus on something first. One thing. And then you give all of yourself that you can give. You are present in that moment. Good. Then you finish that. Amazing. Then you go to the other thing, you know? I do believe that you might be able to finally choose your priorities. Like you will be reflecting on this and thinking like, okay, what are my priorities? What do I want to do first, or what do I feel like I need to do first? And if you're carrying the burdens of other people, like if you're mm, engaging in tasks that are meant for other people to do, or that you can have that help from others even if they don't consciously like offer you that help, but it's their responsibility as well, then it's about you giving them that responsibility. It's about saying, I'm not going to do this anymore because it's starting to become a burden for me. And it is actually your responsibility to take. So I should not be taking your responsibility. I already have so many things to worry about or to turn my focus towards. I also saw 1111 for you. So this might be a significant number. Maybe you want to search about it, like the meaning. I can also see here that you believe that you were responsible for things that you were not, like for other people's well being or whatever they might need. It's almost like you decided to carry on to all these burdens that you are not meant to carry anymore. And this Uranus in Gemini will definitely force you into question that and reflect on that and change the way that you are behaving. If you go through like people believing that you have those responsibilities for them when it's not true, like you are only responsible for yourself unless you obviously have kids. But if that's not the case, for an example, if your kids are grown-ups now, you are not responsible for them in certain things, like for an example, cleaning the house, cleaning their room, or do those tasks that they can do. And it's important that they do by themselves, that they learn to do, that they are responsible, they learn that they have responsibility in life. They shouldn't depend on anyone. They can ask for help but not depend. And so it's really about you feeling like, I don't want to carry those things anymore. Like you just let go of it and you choose to focus on one thing at a time. And this will allow you to become so much more productive, and that feeling of being exhausted will go away because you are also allowing yourself to rest when you need, to listen more to your own body and your body's needs. And now, what is this hidden opportunity that lives inside of the chaos? So, there's a gift, let's say like that, that is being disguised as instability in the way that you think and believe. And what I see here is really there's a new mindset coming to you towards how things should work and how you work, how you deal with your daily tasks. So, there's a sixth house theme, very, very, very relevant here. You will come to the understanding that taking things slow, in a slow pace, it's exactly what you need in life. It is exactly what is going to lead you to success, to productivity. There needs to be a new way of viewing and believing and thinking about your daily routines, even. You will start to see the advantage in not doing everything full out all the time. Like just doing one thing at a time, listening to your body, go in a slow pace. You will understand that because you're not pushing anything, you just go with the flow. First of all, you obviously will feel so much better, like your well being will be increased. And then you will understand that whoa, I'm getting exactly what I need to get without forcing myself, without pushing myself, without feeling bad and exhausted and tired. So, really, slowness is the way for you. And now, let's see, what voice should you stop listening to? And from what I see here, it's very important that you stop being so much on the internet or on the news, like paying attention to those things. Anything that has to do with world, like what is happening in the world, and especially when it has to do with wars, fights, arguments, people just this pure chaos. And there's almost this vibration of not necessarily hate but close to hate. It's just there's not much love being spread, and it's very important that in this moment you do not connect with this energy. So please, if you can, stop watching the news, stop watching TV. If you're scrolling through the internet, do it for good content, something that will feed you good things. If you start seeing news or content about things that are a bit low vibrational or that engage in this kind of wars and fights and just hate, please like turn off your phone or just go do something else, because this is really influencing you, like your well-being each day. Sometimes we believe that like we don't even notice how these small things can influence our day. But if you're seeing something and you're fully engaging on that, like your full focus is on that thing, you start vibrating in that frequency. So without understanding, you're suddenly putting yourself vulnerable, let's say like that, to more chaos in your life, to like energies that are not aligned with your true self's energy, and that will only make you feel more exhausted or sad or frustrated, angry, and we are trying to avoid those kinds of energies, because right now you are meant to climb up, not allow yourself to be dragged down. And now, regarding what voice is trying to come through in this moment, we have here your dreams. And this is such a good energy, because it's almost like, look, do you remember that you had those dreams? Like you wanted to do something or to beat this, or even just by the fact that when you were younger, you had this idol person and you wanted to become like them or do what they were doing. Like, you know what I'm talking about. It was a dream that now your adult rational mind believes that it's not possible to become true, or that it's very hard. Like that's what you're being called towards. That's the voice that is coming through in your life. This voice is saying, look, I'm here and you can come get me. Like you can come, go get your dreams, follow your dreams, make it happen. Dreams are simply ideas that your soul communicates to you. Your soul is saying, look, that's where we are meant to go. That's what we are meant to do. That's what is so aligned to us. That's why you feel that pull towards that thing. But it's about your practical mind needs to put those things, like plan and put action towards it, so then it can become true. But if you're allowing your limiting beliefs to stop yourself, you will never get this dream. And not because it is impossible, but because you're allowing your limiting beliefs to speak louder than your dreams. So your dreams come into life in this moment of your life, like calling you, like, hey, come on, follow us, come get us, be happy, you know? Like it's a moment for you to put that determination that you have and discipline towards the things that you understand that you need to do, like the tasks. You need to put that energy and focus now towards your dreams. Don't allow your limiting beliefs to stop you. Just allow your creativity to come to you. So it's not like, oh, this is impossible, it's never going to work, how am I going to do this? No, allow yourself to think like this. Okay, I want to do this thing, so how can I do it? Be creative. You don't, like, there's nothing stopping you, and God will always support your desires and your, especially if it's dreams, your goals. So and if you're working towards it, amazing. And this voice will become louder and louder as you keep taking these steps towards it. just saying, like, calling you louder, like, keep coming, come on, keep doing those things, you're doing amazing. And so now let's see, what's your best strategy for navigating these transits? You will need to ground yourself and at the same time detach. Those are two interesting energies to come through together, because it's almost like you will detach from any need or expectation or anything that you knew that it was stopping you, anything that makes you worry, anything that makes you doubt, like you're detaching from that. But at the same time, because you did not lose your focus and you keep looking at your goals and you know what you need to do to get to your goals, you will keep doing and doing and doing and doing and grounding yourself, being centered. You understand that determination and discipline, consistency, that's what will get you to what you want. And so you're simply focused on those things. You feel secure in who you are. There's no doubts anymore here. You're like, I know I have all the things that I need, and I know that I'm putting it into action. So basically, that's the formula. You're not worried about the results anymore because you're focusing on what you're doing. And so you're completely detached. And that's what will allow you to fully embrace and experience abundance, like true abundance, and just feeling very supported because you understand that those beliefs were simply shaking a bit your structure. So you had to make it a bit more strong, a bit more stable, that now you don't doubt yourself just because you don't see the results in the external world. Like you change, so then the external world can change. The external world does not dictate and is not proof of anything, and especially not your own worth. You know that if you want to change the outcome, you need to change yourself first. And so now, as the final message, let's see what freedom is possible on the other side. So, what becomes available when the shift lands? And what I got here was the understanding that you were mastering your skills, the understanding that it took so long because you were meant to master something first. And you came all the way. You did not even notice, probably, that you've mastered it until now. Until you stop and look behind, look back to who you were in the beginning when you started this thing. And you will be so proud of yourself. You will feel so, you will understand, you will fall in love with this process that you've been through, and you will fall in love with the person that you've become and how you view your career now and how you view life, how you understand that things are meant to work for you. So you will free yourself from external validation. And this could be like coming from people validating you, or simply the fact that you received the results that you were expecting. That is also validation. So I see here that you let go of all of that. You're not expecting anything anymore. And this transit is really, really important for you. It will impact your career life so, so much and will allow you to fully experience abundance in all ways. And also understand that life is not always black and white. There's a process that happens and everything happens for a reason, and you'll be able to fully see that in this moment. And so, my group one, this is all I got for you. I'm so happy that I could connect with you today. I wish you a great, amazing day or night. I'm sending you love and peace, and I'll see you in my next video. My group two, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here, and I feel so honored to be able to make this reading for you about Uranus in Gemini and how that will affect you. And so, the first thing that I wanted to see for you was the overall theme that will be affecting you. in this moment of your life. And from what I got here, is about romanticizing more your life because you are in a moment of restoring energy. I think that you might had gone through a difficult time or a difficult situation in the past months or weeks, and in this moment it's about bringing everything into balance and everything in its place. And also you will be dealing with you will be doing this with love and seeing the magic happen. So I do believe that like the energy is so magical, it's so gentle. It's like a warm breeze and you're just going with it. I think that you will learn to love life again and love to live life. Everything will be a bit more magical to you than what you have been experiencing, basically. This could also mean that you might have love opportunities coming, and this could be friendships or romantic partners, yes. But the overall energy is something very good, has to do with you coming back to yourself, balancing yourself, and loving life. And now to start your reading, let's see what is the new consciousness, desire, truth, or identity that is waking up in you in this moment. And I see that that is your not need, but want to collaborate. There's a part of you that wishes to follow their dreams, and this includes help from other people, and not necessarily like, oh, I'm gonna help you because you need my help. It's more than that. It's a give and take, it's balance, it's celebrating with people that will become very close to you, it's working with people that will connect with you on an emotional level as well. So it's very fulfilling. These friendships or relationships will be very fulfilling, and this might start like triggering in you in a way that you feel like you want to maybe go out more, or you want to meet new people, and you want to like you have this idealized dream that you want to make it come true. And so that's how this new transit, this new energy is being ignited in you. I believe that you might be realizing how important it is, or how much more fulfilling it is to do something that you love to do and like follow your dream and make it come true, and have people around you supporting you and being there for you, rather than working for something that it's only going to give you like money, for an example. Or it's a bit like there is a transition here in the way that perceived and pursued life. So something that you are outgrowing and that you definitely need, like it can't come with you into this new transit, you need to let go of it, is a mindset, a way of thinking about life, as I was talking about, because you will be gaining consciousness about the creator and source and how things really work, and that it is way more satisfying and beneficial for you if you follow a dream rather than working for money itself or for a material necessity or anything regarding that. I believe that you are suddenly understanding that source and God and the universe wants you to follow your dream, because your dream is your soul communicating with you. Is your soul saying that dream is the thing that it's most aligned with our true self's energy, and that's your path, that's where you should go, that's where you will shine and be able to use your skills and talents and give that to others, offer that to others. And so I really see you here becoming coming to this understanding that there are things that are more important than just working for money or working based on fears, or simply working in a more conventional way, following a pattern that everyone follows and doing the things that everyone does It's not very authentical. So you might be connecting more with your true self's energy and essence, and embracing that energy into your real like life in the physical realm. Now, regarding the life area that you will be experiencing this sudden change or revelation, I see here it's very interesting because it's not necessarily an area, but it's your meaning of success and abundance. Like this will be changing a lot. You will start to value and appreciate more things that you didn't before. Like you will change your concept of abundance and victory and success, which makes so much sense with what we are talking about, because I definitely see a shift. Like you were valuing much more how you'll be feeling and celebrating life and just feeling well and peaceful and passionate about something, rather than having something, rather than having this recognition, that this external recognition. You'll be much more focused on yourself and how you feel towards life, how you feel towards your career, how you feel towards the people around you. You will also be balancing very well your yin and yang energies, so masculine and feminine. Like when you need to be feminine, I mean, use your feminine energy, you will be, and you will use it. And when you need the masculine, you will use it. And it's very like healthy. It's divine energy. You will know that abundance is not only about working, 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 and doing, 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 but it is also allowing yourself to just sit back and receive. You will be much more open to receiving what you deserve. It's not that you will not be making your putting your in your effort. Of course you will. I see you working with other people, but it does not it does not feel like it's like you need to put effort or that you're pushing through something. It feels so natural. It feels so easy for you. It feels light. It's almost like I'm just having so much fun working with all of these people that share the same interests as me and have the same ideas, and we are just creating a beautiful project, like amazing, and I'm just so happy with it, and we are just celebrating the small steps and small victories, and then obviously the big goals that are achieved. And you are just so peaceful with how you deal with life and how you will deal with life, rather. And it's actually very interesting because next we got something that you thought was stable, true, or settled, but that needs to be shattered. And the energy we got here is actually your belief that you had to push through and fight, and that to follow or to do what you thought was the good thing for you, and regarding career, most likely, that you like it was part of life having to sacrifice yourself and sacrifice your vitality and just doing more than what your body was actually asking of you. It's almost like you were pushing yourself too much before, and now you come to the understanding that following your passion is actually very exciting and brings you vitality instead of taking that away from you. You don't have to fight against anything because you are in the flow of life. You allow yourself to go with the flow, to attract what you need to attract all the opportunities that allow you to keep following your passion. And you're just focused on doing what you love to do for the sake of it. And this puts you in the perfect state to receive all that you need to receive. And so there's no more fighting. There's no more, I have to do this and I have to put so much effort and I have to work so many hours. Like, no, you're just working what your body feels like it's okay to work and to do. And when you don't feel well or energetic anymore, you just take a pause, like you take a moment to rest. You understand that, okay, that's enough for today. And now I'm going to rest and going to relax and have fun and enjoy the rest of the day, you know? And this is actually putting you in the state of abundance. That's abundance. Abundance for life, in life, not only money wise. Money is just one of the ways of expressing abundance, really, in this planet. And I think that people undervalue the other ways of being abundant, because otherwise people would recognize that they are already very abundant. I see you understanding that for you is way more beneficial that you allow the tide to take you where you need to be rather than fight it, right? Rather than force yourself against it. And now the gift that was disguised as instability, I see that you acknowledging the fact that you can actually go on a different path and both of them are valid. There's a breakthrough in the way of seeing and navigating life here for you. And so now you're just following your heart. And I know that some people believe that following your heart, especially regarding career, will only make you meet failure. And that's not actually true at all. I think these people come from a fear-based belief system, or they just allow themselves to buy into what society says. But I do believe that to be true abundance, you have to follow your heart, because you got to remind yourself that your heart is one of the portals to your soul. So your soul will communicate with you through your heart, and what does your heart want is what your soul wants. Why are you not listening to your soul? Like, why would you listen to your mind, your physical mind, that it's based on a belief system that most of the time comes from a fear based kind of beliefs and concepts or ideas that you get from other people, that you steal from other people, that they don't actually know better. Like, it's understanding that your soul knows so much more than what anyone on this earth would know right now. And so it's about you truly listening to your heart and trusting that that's your guiding method. That's your guiding tool on earth. And so that's your gift, that now, after this transit influences you, you allow yourself to use it. You allow yourself to listen to it and understand the value that it holds. Your spirit team and higher self is asking you to stop listening to the collective fear, to stop listening to the collective consciousness. Like, what concepts did society bring in and showed people that were correct or wrong, like what people are meant to do, what happens if you don't do this or if you do that. It all comes from a fear-based belief system, and it's very important that you detach yourself from that collective consciousness and go find your own truth by yourself. Like, everyone has their own truth. What is right for you might not be right for other people. And so it's about you listening to your heart and listening to your soul, higher self, and understanding that you don't allow society and people in power to control what you're going to do and who you are anymore. It's you stepping into your own power because you're listening to yourself, you're becoming more authentic. You are the type of person that is here for revolution, to change minds, change mindsets, let go of old patterns, of old ideas that don't make more sense anymore. Like, people have so many information nowadays, especially about like how things really work, and that you can come to the understanding that most of the beliefs and structures that society built are not keeping up with our evolution as human beings and souls here. And so it's time for things to fall down. What needs to fall down, it's time for people to let go of what they need to let go of. It's time for a revolution in the collective consciousness. But for you to do that, and the best way that you can help these people and help yourself is by focusing on yourself. You should help people and guide people by your own example. So be the person that you want society to become. Be the type of person that is guided by their own higher self, by their own hearts, by their own soul, spirit teams, what they know it's right, what they feel like it's right and wrong. And don't allow other people to tell you who you're meant to be. And now, when we see what voice is trying to come through, it's literally your higher self, it's your consciousness of how the universe really, really works, and how you should not fear anything, especially not a new path. We do have here that you are a manifester, you are a magician. This means you, first of all, you have all the tools that you need to create whatever life you want. And second of all, that you have that power, you have that creative energy inside of yourself. That's like if you put something in your mind and you want to go and follow it, you put into action, you have it. Like there's no doubt here. You gotta make this formula. You have the idea, you plan things, you have the tools that you need, you be creative, put into action, and you will have it. Your manifestation will come true. There's no doubt here. That's how you work. And that's the voice that wants to come through. That's the voice that your soul wants you to listen to. You are a wizard. Start acting like it. Start living like it. Stop thinking like it. If you want, you can do it. You can have it. You can manifest it. Just have faith in the universe. Trust yourself, trust your higher self. Don't be afraid to take a step towards a path that you cannot see in front of you just yet. It's okay, because it will, like as you step the void, it will appear right under your feet. That's how magical you are, and that's how magical your path is meant to be. And so, how can you best navigate this transit? It's definitely like restore your own vitality. It's about you. It's not necessarily healing, but it's bringing that intense energy into you. It's bringing that passion again. It's like you become so passionate about this thing that you want to do in life, and these people that will appear, if they are not in your life just yet, but they will definitely appear to you, and you are just so involved in this whole new phase of your life that you've never experienced before. You are so grateful. You are vibrating in the frequency of hope and faith. You trust the universe, you trust yourself, you trust your path. You are the energy of your Uranus, like, because it is an Aquarius energy that we have here. So it's about changing things, it's about revolution, it's about letting go of old systems that are not making more sense anymore. They're not feeding us. They are barely, like, they are just feeding fear, and they're not allowing human beings and souls to fully grow to their extent. So the best strategy for you to navigate this transit right now, it's really balancing, restoring energy into your body and using that energy. It's about becoming more alive. It's about igniting a fire inside of you that you might have believed that was not there anymore, or that was so dim you didn't even felt it. And so it's about you truly pushing through. You feel like, I really want to do this thing, and you go and do it. It's very important that you take action towards this energy, this passion, this excitement that you feel. And finally, to end your reading, we got what freedom is possible on the other side. So when this transit lands, when this shift lands, like what becomes available to you, and it's a celebration. Like You will be fully connected with your intuition. You are one with your higher self, with your soul. Like you might be channeling messages and like desires in a way that you've never experienced before. I almost see, imagine like, not in a human way, but a wedding between you and your higher self. That's how I see it. You two becoming one, you two complementing each other, and you're just so strong. This connection is extremely strong when you connect with yourself completely and you embrace all that you need to embrace, and you're just following your intuition constantly through life. You're using it as your guide tool. That's amazing. You will have a wonderful life, and I'm so happy for you, really. And so, my group two, this was all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a great day, sending you all love, and I hope to see you in my next video. My group three, welcome. I am so glad to have you here and to be able to connect with you. And so I already have all the cards displayed here, but the first thing that I wanted to see for you is what's the overall energy or what themes will be more present during this transit of Uranus in Gemini. And the first thing that I was listening to was a song that is Can Tame Her by Zara Larsson. And it's basically talking about this energy of like if she wants to do something, because she's talking about a she, but here obviously it's about you. Like if you want to do anything, you go and do it. Like there's nothing that can tame you anymore. There's no one that can tame you anymore. It's like you go and you do it. It's up to you. And it's funny because the first themes that we got here was definitely about you and your self-love. Like self-love will be a very important theme in these moments of your life. You finding your inner light again and your inner fire. This has to do with you and you. This is only about you and the relationship that you have with yourself. I see you owning your own skin. So this transit will definitely affect your more personal life, or it's really the relationship that you have with yourself, how you view yourself and how you feel about life in general, how you feel in being in your skin, how does it feel? And it's definitely has to do with the transformation happening here. You will be pouring so much love into yourself and you will be prioritizing yourself. It's about bringing your power back and owning it. It's about bringing this spark inside of you. You will be shining again. So, if you felt like these past weeks or months were like you felt like you were losing your spark, or that you didn't feel alive anymore, or not necessarily alive, but you know that wanting to live and loving that sensation, like even you just looking at yourself and being so proud of yourself and noticing how you are shining, like energetically, you will become so magnetic to anything, really, people, opportunities, even nature. You might connect more with nature as well here. And so now let's really start your reading. The first question that I got here is, what is this new consciousness or truth or desire or even identity that is beginning to stir in you, that is beginning to waking up? And I really got the message that I was already talking about. There is this, like, you will stop judging yourself. You will see yourself in a different way. It's the process of you becoming a beautiful butterfly. You'll also understand that all that you've been through, that was exactly what allowed you to be who you are today and who you're about to become. It's also understanding that because like you're not stuck anywhere, you did not lose your spark and your beauty, you were merely inside a cocoon, and that's what was stopping you from seeing how beautiful you already are. It's almost like the inside of you, because you are just so beautiful inside, and if you take care of yourself in all levels, that will start to show in the external world, in your physical body, in your energy, your energetic fields. People will feel it and you will see it as well. It's not that you were not beautiful, that you were not special. It's simply that you were hiding it. You couldn't see it because it was being protected. There's also this energy of like, you have been most likely in your masculine energy for a long time, and it was merely because you felt like you needed to protect yourself, and so you would need to be in a more like active kind of energy and very alert to everything that was happening around you, so you could make sure that you would not get hurt or played. I just saw 444, and now it's time for you to enter in a more feminine energy and just show yourself. You don't need to protect yourself anymore. You understand this, that you were not actually protecting yourself just because you were using a shield. Actually, using a shield is implying that you will attract situations that will make you keep using it. This is about you understanding that using a shield is actually calling for more things to happen and for you to have to keep using that shield. So it's time to let go of it. You don't have to fear anything. You also know that if something happens, you will be able to deal with it. But you don't have to use it all the time. What are you protecting yourself from? And so I can really see why you feel this calling towards entering a more feminine energy where you just trust God. You know that you are always supported and guided and protected, and you just need to relax a bit more. It's this need of bringing this light of it's about aligning with your true essence. Your true essence is a bit more in the feminine energy, and you are meant to be more flowy about life, not forced, not pushing through, you know. Now when we are looking at what are you outgrowing, so a belief or a habit that cannot come with you into this new transit that we have is definitely a situation, a state of being, and a way of acting towards life in a daily basis that was exhausting you. If you felt exhausted, like burnout kind of energy, anxiety, stress, that's because you were not aligned with your true energy. You are meant to lean a bit more into the feminine one. It's about you being like, how can I explain? It's like being spoiled by life and by God, by the universe, and being in a state of allowing, of being receptive, allowing them or it to spoil you and spoiling yourself. You are meant to change right now, and you cannot bring this old masculine energy into this new phase of your life. It is not aligned, it does not match the energies. If you keep pushing through with your masculine energy and you don't lean into the feminine one, you will feel so much pain, and this could turn into a physical illness. So be very, very careful with this, please. You're literally being asked to enter into a more like royalty kind of state where you don't have to work for anything, like you don't have to put into the effort. You just allow yourself to be and stay a bit more back, and you just have all this luxury around you, and everything is perfect. There is almost this like Disney princess kind of energy that you need to embrace. The life area that is experiencing these sudden changes and revelation because of this transit is definitely yourself and your connection with yourself. There's a sense of war inside of you. Maybe you feel like life has been really hard for you. You feel like you're being fighting and fighting, and you just feel like you're losing and losing, like you're never getting what you want and not getting what you want. And I just see here that it's about you connecting a bit more with your intuition, with your emotional side, with the inner knowledge that you carry, but you're not connected because you are in the masculine energy. You're more focused on the practicality of things, on the daily life tasks and problems, the things that appear on a daily basis. You're not allowing yourself to fully connect with your true self's energy, and this is making you feel like you're just fighting against life. It's almost like you're swimming against the tide and nothing is working for you, and you try and you try and you try and it does not work for you. Well, maybe there's a message behind it, no? Maybe it's your soul saying, look, if it is not working, it's because that's not the way for you. You're not meant to do things in that way. You're meant to go on a different path, or maybe experience life in a different energy, in a different state of being. But it's up to you if you're going to listen to this or not. But just know that pain, especially for you that I see here, pain comes from you resisting your natural state of being. It is very interesting when we look at what false certainty is being shattered by this transit in your life. And it's basically what we've been talking about. The false certainty is that you have to fight in life. You have to keep this armor around you for you to be able to navigate through life, for you to be able to get what you want. But you're not getting there, are you? If you stop for a second and look around the life that you have and how you feel on a daily basis, is this good for you? Is this where you want to go, where you want to be? The answer will most likely be no. And you start to understand that you have so much more power and blessings when you embrace your true self's energy. That is like you are just so empowered, but you don't have to act. You don't have to show it by fighting against anything. You just embrace your energy and you sit on your throne, and that's it. Everything happens for you. You just allow life to flow through you. You're not forcing anything, you're not fighting against anything. So you become so magnetic for opportunities, for everything that wants to come to you. Imagine you are obviously a magnet to everything that is aligned with your true self's energy, okay? And this is about like good things, good opportunities, abundance in life, well-being and happiness and all of these things, okay? They're trying to get to you, but because you're not allowing yourself, you're resisting your true self's energy, you're in a different state, in a different frequency, you're stopping those things from fully coming to you in the physical realm. You got to understand that you are stopping yourself from having the life that you want. You are meant to navigate life through being and receiving, not fighting. When we are looking at what hidden opportunity lives inside of all this chaos, we have here that you should fight pain and fear with love. It's not about keeping yourself in that energy and trying to, either you're suffering or and you're resigned with it, or you're trying to push through even though you feel already so tired and exhausted and you are in suffering, like emotional. This is an emotional burden. This is about you feeling not content with what you have. And how can you change this thing? By embracing love, by living through the frequency of love, by being love. You are love, but you have to allow it to be expressed more in your daily basis. Love life, love what you have around you. Shift your focus to the things that you love in your life. Acts of self love, like daily acts of self love, even if it's small things, will change your life completely if you keep doing this every single day. If you start spoiling yourself, if you start taking care of yourself, prioritize yourself, you understand that no one is going to do that for you. So it's always up to you. And instead of being in a more like victim kind of state, like, look at what I have in my life, like, this is so painful, I don't like my life, then you certainly start focusing on love, the things that you love, the things that you have, that you can appreciate, the things that you can do that you were not doing, that can shift your mood. There is this energy of carving your heart out, like someone did it or you did it yourself, and you were keep pushing through life without healing that, without looking at that, like you were holding your heart in your hand and you were suffering and it was so painful, but you kept going and pushing. And you're not, it's almost like you don't make a decision to leave a situation that is not adding anything good to you anymore. It's only pain, it's painful, but you keep yourself in that situation for some reason. And now it's time for you to choose yourself and your well-being. That's the first step to loving yourself. Literally, when you choose yourself, you put on boundaries. You do not allow certain things or people in your life. That's loving yourself. You are showing that I prioritize myself and I love myself too much to allow this situation to be in my life when I know that it's painful for me, is disrespectful for me. Now I asked what voice you should stop listening to. And I got here that you should stop listening to the inner voice, the voice inside of your head that says you are stuck there. There's no way out. You are meant to stay there in a place where you will be suffering, yes, but living is worse than staying there. It's more painful, it's more scary. It's about you understanding that you have options. It's about you understanding that the door is not locked. It's simply closed. You can open it at any time. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing forcing you to stay in a state of being or in a place that is not aligned with you. You are making that decision for yourself each day when you allow that energy to stick with you. But you have options. And you can choose yourself. You can choose to prioritize yourself, prioritize your well being, and make whatever needs to be made, the changes that need to be made, the decisions for you to secure that you will feel good in your life, that you will be in a more positive state, that you don't have to fight against anything. If you have this feeling of like, I need to fight this person or this situation, maybe it's time for you to think if that situation or that person is meant to stay in your life, because you are not meant to fight anything. That's not your energy. Your energy is love. Your energy is pure love and caring and nourishing. I really, really like this reading because it's really you against you and you with you. It's almost like you talking to your higher self or to your inner child, to your inner voice, and your inner voice is talking to you as well. Your fears talk to you. When I was literally talking about what you should not listen to is your fears and your limiting beliefs. And now when we look at what voice is trying to come through, trying to make you hear, listen to it, is your higher self saying, you can walk away. It's time to walk away. It's time to change things. It's time to go on a different path. It's time to be able to make a decision and balance your daily tasks in a way that will allow you to be well, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It's time to, this could be like literally moving away from where you used to live, moving to another house, or this could be just moving away from the situation and people that were not allowing you to grow. They were they were almost like keeping abundance away from you. And it's not to blame them. No, of course not. This has to do with you not acknowledging that you have a feminine energy as your essence, and that your life will flow much easier if you embrace that energy. But you have to walk away from the situations that are not meant to stay in your life anymore. The situations that are making you fight, making you feel like you have to use this armor around you for you to be able to navigate it. It's this voice is saying navigating life, it's so much easier than that. I know you believe that it's not, but it is. Navigate life could be something so simple like floating on the small waves and allowing the tide to take you where you're meant to go. And so, the best strategy for you to navigate this transit is letting go of the state of being of overthinking, crying, feeling hurt, feeling exhausted, and focus on celebrating. Focus on the people that you have in your life, if you have the people that truly care for you, that truly want the best for you, and go celebrate with them. If you don't have anyone, maybe it's time for you to meet new people as well, or simply celebrate life. Celebrate you with your higher self, with your spirit team. They're always there for you. Maybe you don't acknowledge them as often as you could, but they are there supporting you always and loving you unconditionally and guiding you. And so it's about you celebrating life more, like dance, listen to music, go enjoy life, do things that you love to do. Acknowledge how life can be amazing when you allow yourself to be in that state. You don't have to be crying all alone all the time. It's up to you, it's your choice. Choosing fear, suffering, or choosing love and peace. And so Uranus and Gemini is here to free you from this cycle, is here to bring you this energy of you wanting to free yourself from whatever this is, whatever is happening in your life, the cycles, the people, the situations. It's about you having a different state of thinking, a different mindset, a different way of seeing life. You will gain so much clarity with this, like information coming so fast, insights. And also, you are finally holding your sword in the best way possible, in the healthiest way possible. That is like, I can defend myself when I need to, but I don't have to use it all the time. I'm not protecting myself. But if I need to cut ties with something, I will cut ties with that thing. If I need to impose my boundaries, I will impose my boundaries. If I need to use firm words, I will use firm words. But if I don't, when I'm not needing to be in that state, I will also allow myself to just be relaxed, just being my feminine energy, taking care of myself, loving life, loving nature, loving the good things that I have in my life, loving the fact that I'm able to finally and fully complete this cycle and close this chapter and start something new that is so much lighter and brighter. And so this was your reading. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you all love, and I wish to see you in my next video.